I think we have the management of RS Software with us. We've got Mr. Jain, Chairman and MD, who's joining us on the show right now. Hi, Mr. Jain. Thanks a lot for joining us. Good afternoon to you. Could you take us through your quarterly performance if the numbers are out on the exchanges?
Sure. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me on your media. So our results for the Q4 for the fiscal 17-18 are a revenue of 173 million, on which we have a loss of rupees 9 million. And what I would like to focus your audience on is when we look at our 17-18 fiscal as compared to the 16-17 fiscal, we've had a revenue growth in constant currency of 11%, which we are very pleased about. On a quarter, same quarter last year, Q4 with Q4 this year, we've had a growth of 13%, and a quarter-on-quarter growth, that means Q3 to Q4, we've had a growth of 8%. So overall, our strategy is working towards the growth. 24 months ago, when we announced our medium to long-term strategy, we had said we are transitioning from a one dominant client to a diversified strategy of having products and platforms. In the past 1 year, 4 of our platforms have come into being in business and ready for action. So the first platform we built was for Government of India, called the UPI platform. That's been delivered to them. That platform is doing about 200 million transactions a month level now. The second platform our software built is the BBPS, the bill payment platform, and that is public launch and already doing several million transactions a month, expected to grow hugely higher with potentially 500 million people on that platform. Thirdly is the platform that which we have white labeled to one of the top 5 banks in India, and that platform already has 28,000 merchants on it. The fourth platform, which will be hosted by us, is in the beta stage, and that is our digital merchant acquiring platform. That will be public launch in the next 90 days to 120 days.
So if this is the kind of business momentum that you are having, and you want to have some insight into what you will do in FY19, what can we expect? The Q4 hasn't turned out optically to be that great. How would FY19 look like?
So Q4 actually has been pretty good, and the reason why, let me point out to you, is good, which the numbers do not tell you, the reported numbers, is because we've had one-time items in our last year fiscal, like sale of a platform from parent company to our subsidiary company. We've had a revenue of a hardware, which we do not normally indulge with, it is SI activity, system integration activity, as a part of the bill payment platform for Government of India. And number 3, of course, is the other income. What we keenly look at is really our business operational income, and that's where we are showing a consistent growth in constant currency terms. And in 18-19 fiscal, we will definitely achieve in the region of 11 to 15% in constant currency growth terms. And I also want to emphasize that what is important is that all the investment that we are making in building our platforms and our digital assets, they're all being written off at the same time in the same fiscal year. So no carry forwards of any capital investment. So therefore, when you look at a company in the last 12 months, we are richer by the platforms that we have already invested into, which are now ready for monetization during the fiscal 18-19 and onwards.
All right, Mr. Jain, we'll leave it at that note. Appreciate you joining us today and taking us through your Q4 earnings, and all the best for FY19.
Thank you so much.
All right, moving on to the Fab 4 stocks.